Right. Couldn't find any camera. Hitting retry. It's going to be really unfortunate if we don't have a Mandy cam.
I don't know why.
I don't know either. It was either that or the desk cam.
Yeah, I think that one's more important.
I know, right? All right, let's do this.
Okay, we have sound. And we have bot.
Oh, I don't have my chat thing open. That's great. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today we are back to working on pillow number 3 again. And we are approaching the end of this. You'll have to bear with me here a second because it would appear that I don't have some of the things set up. We were having problems with Mandy's camera, and as a result I ended up doing a whole bunch of rebooting and a bunch of crazy things. So bear with me while I try to fix a couple things. One, basically making it so I can see the chat. There we go. Alright. Isabel's here. Good morning. Or night, afternoon, something. Yes, absolutely. Okay, we can close that. So hey. Oh, and we have, I can't read that. Is that Zara? I don't know. Whoever you are, hello, welcome. We're glad to see you, even though your icon seemed to be stressed. Sorry about that. Hopefully that's not me that has caused the stress. Right. Oh, this was the other thing. This camera suddenly decided it was going to go haywire, and we almost didn't have a view of this. It was jumping all over the place. It was going to be insane, and I was not able to cope with that. And Rainbow made it. All right, awesome. And check out who we brought along with us for the fun. Say hello.
Greetings and salutations, everyone.
There we go. We have the Phil. So yeah, we are.
I'm here to make sure you don't get your strings in a bunch.
That's right. That's right. Definitely not getting the strings in the bunch today. We have. This is the 19th row, and that is out of 20 rows of these little diamondy shaped things that we have to do. So yeah, we are absolutely in the home stretch here, and I got so much to talk to you guys today, and I'm really kind of stressed we don't have a Mandy cam. Let me double check to see if
I'm here.
And yet my device is just like, no, I don't see it. Not happening. Try again. It's back to looking, so you might restart your phone maybe? I don't know.
Okay, let me try that.
So yeah. Yes, that is the voice of Phil, my friend in the United States. He is over in Vegas, and because the whole spring forward thing, he thought that he was going to be joining us sort of midstream, and actually turned out that he was here a little bit early. So yeah, he's actually heard of some of the stuff that I was planning on talking about today, which, by the way, before we get too far, remind everybody, Secret Word Game is going on still. All you have to do is chat to win. You say the magic word, you win the 2 bracelets. One is made by me, and one was made by Minute Craft. Minute Craft made the one that's way more intricate and nice and pretty, but that's not, you know. Yeah, it's nice. Anyways, so I had noticed a photo online. I'm not going to say where it was. because I think it'd be too easy in that circle to be able to find them and like shame them or something. But I saw somebody with a photo and they were using the
Cough, Reddit.
packing tape, right? So you know the clear stuff that you use for like sealing up boxes you're going to put in the post. They were using that and they were taping their bracelets to a table, and I was just like, oh my god, like seriously. So I suggested using a clipboard, and they're like, yeah, well, I use a clipboard, you know, when I'm traveling, but it's just too inconvenient because it can move around and it can do all this. And I was just like, their whole response was like, so wow. I was really taken, like, really? You're so convinced that clipboards are so bad that you're willing to tape. Now, I use a board. It's not necessarily a clipboard. I use a board and I have it attached to one of these. This is my, so you can see Mandy's cam isn't working. It's one of these. This is a little easel. This thing cost me about $25, and that's Singapore, so it's probably like 20 bucks in the US. And I basically put a this, which is made for watercolor. It's like it's almost like cardboard, and I put, there's 2 clips holding this onto here, and there's 3 clips holding my work on there. And I can say that this work here with 288 strings works out just fine the way I have it attached on here. I can shift things around, I can move it. I'm not making it sticky. I'd like to see somebody try that with tape. It's not going to work, you know. I can reuse these clips indefinitely. They don't lose their whatever. If you want to get crazy, you can get these things, which this, I think this is a bulldog clip. But yeah, this thing is huge. You can get those if you're so inclined. Your work is not going to go anywhere, and it's just going to make so much more sense, you know. I mean, when I'm making small bracelets, I feel like it's practice towards doing bigger and more impressive things, you know. So yeah, I kind of feel better having gotten that all off my chest. What else we got going on? Oh, so this row, I started this yesterday, and an interesting, surprising thing kind of happened that kind of got me thinking. I almost reached the halfway point in one day, and somehow, because I wasn't just doing the tops of the row, I really felt like I hadn't accomplished much. In fact, when I was doing my bullet journal and kind of like how I did for the day, I felt like I didn't accomplish anything. And you have some people work better with tape. I don't know, man. Tape is not good. It makes your string sticky. The edges flat are kind of loose. Yeah, you can give me the clips. I have, well, I have an extensive, huge amount of clips, sadly. I have like a whole, like a book stuff. Oh. Wait. I think we got Mandy came back. We do.
Hey!
There we go. Now we have Mandy back.
A wild Mandy has appeared.
Yes. New player has entered the game. So anyways, I got, when I, at the end of the day, I did my little check-in thing or whatever, I felt like it was just an average day. It wasn't very accomplished. And then today, as I'm working on this, a thought occurred to me that in the past, had I done, say, the top half of this whole band, I would have felt very accomplished, which is essentially almost the same amount of work. And so I realized that, you know, depending on how you're doing it, might give you a different sensation as to how much you've actually achieved. And that can really affect your whole mood and how, like, accomplished you feel. And I don't know that many people actually do anything so wide that this actually occurs to them. But it kind of got me thinking about, you know, our emotions and our accomplishments and what does that mean for us. And I think the important takeaway is we are not, wait, I wrote this down. Self-worth is not measured by how much we accomplish. And this is something I have to keep drilling into my head, because some days I just can't do as much as some other days. Like today, I woke up and there's my wrist right in here is bothering me. And I think I just kind of slept wrong or something. And so, yeah, I'm not quite going at the same kind of speed I might have otherwise. But I can't let that like change my self-worth. That wouldn't make any sense. Like that's not helpful. That's not productive. That's not gonna get me anywhere. So yeah. Well, my new craft is excused to go put things away because yes, at some point sleep is good. So what else? Oh, let everybody know we will be away next week because next weekend is Mandy's birthday. So we have something nicely planned for that. I am super excited. Are you excited?
Is it nicely planned or planned nicely?
All of the above. Are you excited, Mandy? I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm especially excited because we are going to be in the East Coast area, which is a massive park, and because we're going to be down there and staying in that area, I'm bringing a skateboard. So if the weather permits, I am going to be, cruising down the beachfront on a skateboard. Because, that's what, us kids do.
Well, just for Rainbow, make sure you take a potato gun to shoot at all the homeless people at the beach.
Right. You need like a potato sniper rifle so she can actually shoot from her place, and just take them out at a distance.
Probably add more compressed gas.
That's awesome. Everybody, that's it. Everybody wish Mandy a happy birthday. That's awesome. Yeah, it's her birthday, and I'm the one that's like getting kind of giddy about getting away and having fun and. Yeah, so that's about all the things I actually had like written down for today. Like I actually wrote down a few thoughts earlier, so that's pretty much all of them. Meanwhile, this is
no pacing.
Yeah, I know. I get all excited and I just spill all the beans.
I say, blew your load early. This guy.
It's all the caffeine, I'm telling you.
Yeah, there's no delayed release on this, dude.
Right. The actually, hang on, let me fix something up.
You're supposed to teach him pacing.
For once, I didn't try starting my whole set up everything beginning at 9 p.m. Get all the lights, get all the everything going, and whatever. I'm like, oh no, I always get really early, and yeah, it's so silly. I sit around here for a half hour, 45 minutes. I'll just watch a little bit more YouTube, and I'll be all right. No lights on, no Mandy cam, no nothing working. Like, yeah, okay. Lesson learned. Better to sit around and do nothing than to have everything fail. So I'm kind of hoping Minute Craft comes back because I'm kind of curious as to where she thinks clips fail her, because like I've been doing this 30 plus
style of
years.
wood that she used.
Right. Well, she can maybe try one of my bigger clips and see if that does something. Because honestly, I've been doing this for 30 plus years. My first clipboard was the real basic office clipboard that everybody's always seen, where it's got like a big thing like this that's like built onto the board. You know, it's just got the one side or whatever. What I didn't like about that was it was kind of hard to get. You could only use the one side. You could only use this much of it because you couldn't slide anything up and through that way. So eventually I came up with the idea that basically I just need a board and a clip, and that would actually work out a whole lot better. So I started going with, do I have one around here? How do I not? I have this Japanese one. This is a fancy one, but this style of clip. This one's fancy because these things spin off to the side, which I think is absolutely brilliant. We actually had to have these shipped from the US, made in Japan, shipped to the US, and then shipped to us. Like, oh man, the eco damage done just for me to have some fancy clips is just outrageous. So yeah, I had to have one. I had to try it.
Well, that just makes you American.
It is, right? That's so American. It is. You know, driving great big huge SUVs to go down the block to pick up some Doritos and a Mountain Dew. Like, just, I don't get it.
I said better made to the Fago.
There you go. There you go. That's Detroit. There you go.
Actually, weirdly, Vegas.
Yeah, I'm sure you brought the culture along with you. That's all.
Your sticker covered clipboard needs to be shown.
Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of, so wait, can we? Just me. So back here, oh, that board seems to have slid down. So there's a board that's absolutely covered in stickers, and that's on another easel. And for some odd reason, that seems to have fallen way back. So the other easel is huge and overkill, and the board with all of the stickers is just a really thin board, and like stickers from all kinds of adventures that Mandy and I have been on. So yeah, no, that one works out pretty good. That board was really nice. If you're sitting at like a dining table, I could rest the board on my lap, and then the workspace area that is sort of up here and in front of me would be at the right height. That's what was really nice about that. And then the easel was really nice because it could be raised really super tall, so I could actually stand at the dining table and work. So that was, but the easel itself is huge and difficult to move around and whatever, where this is what is behind what I'm working on right now. This one is lightweight and just genuinely just a delight to work with. Oh, but see that, I don't know if you can tell the little I can't like put an arrow in front of it. There's a little ledge that's supposed to make it so that way if you're going to hang your thing that you're painting on there, it's a little shelf like thing. I had to take that off altogether because my strings were getting caught on the little hinges, and that was going to destroy some of the fibers and weaken the strings, and I just couldn't have that. So I just there's 4 little tiny screws, and that little shelf ledge thing came right off. But yeah, I've got, speaking of cutting boards, do I know where that is? So this board was picked up in Indonesia. Let's go to the Just Me camera. So this is it. It's kind of long, and it's got this rounded bit. And this down here has been sanded down to be really nice and smooth, and it fits in my lap. So that way, let's see, back to here. Sits in my lap, so that way it actually comes up to almost a decent working area. But the length of it is perfect for like throwing into a backpack. And then it's got this cool feature. On the side, I have mounted a ruler that's 150 millimeters. And then down here, we have a magnet that actually holds my little needle for picking out bad knots. So yeah, I went above and beyond with this thing. And this was just at some little market that we were at when we were in Indonesia. And I blew the girl's mind by giving her a bracelet. She totally was like flabbergasted, and it was super cool. So yeah, like it doesn't, a clipboard doesn't necessarily mean a clipboard. It's a clip and a board, and it works out awesome. Wait, why was rainbows? Wait, my news. La, 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 la. I missed something, but somebody's strings were in a bunch. The magnet needs a googly eye. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, the magnet was kind of those really strong little magnets, and it was set into a hole. Actually, I think there's like 2 magnets in there, and they were set into little holes. But the glue wasn't holding enough, so then I ended up putting a screw with a washer like right in between the 2 of them, and yeah, that stopped being a problem immediately. Oh, I noticed another topic came up. Did I talk about it last week about the tube bracelets? So somebody just posted, this was over on Reddit, somebody was posting that they heard about a person who had a tube bracelet and had a $100 bill in it in case their purse got robbed. And I'm like, wait, I know this story because I wrote this story, because that's exactly what inspired me to do a tube bracelet in the first place back when I was in Detroit. Not that it was a purse that would be robbed, but should I get robbed, considering, I was going to raves and doing all these ridiculous things in the city of Detroit, the murder capital of the United States, I thought having cab fare to get home made sense. And so I commented like, yeah, you can actually, because they were trying to figure out like what kind of knot to use. And it's not that you need a specific knot. You just need to know that if your bracelet comes down, when you get to the bottom edges, bring them around to the other side. So make it a whole diamond, flip it around, and then start working from the other side. So yeah, I commented and put some stuff on there. The post disappeared. I think the person posting it was trying to be clever or something. And because I am the original content creator for that, the fact that I actually jumped in, I think kind of freaked him out. So sadly, anybody else out there who, might have actually benefited by the whole dialogue, are going to miss out on it. So I need to find out if I have any tube bracelets around that I can share over there to get people excited about the notion of making bracelets that can actually have, money stashed inside.
Don't you have a tube bracelet tutorial?
I have 3, actually. So yeah,
that?
That was, I don't know. I think in the bracelet community thing, you're not allowed to just put in outside links to promote yourself. I think there's like basic rules, but you can put down an image of a thing that you made, and then when people ask like, wow, how did you do that, then you can actually send a link. It's really weird. It's so counterintuitive, but yeah, it is what it is.
I'll say, but pro tip: don't make the tube bracelet appealing,
because then they're gonna rob that too, right?
So
exactly.
You know what? Give me that tube bracelet. That looks great. I'm gonna take that.
Yeah,
too.
you have to have it look a little bit janky. Yeah, absolutely. Can't be sweet like the bracelet Mandy made me. Like that thing's get swiped for sure. The rest of them I'd probably be able to keep. But yeah, cloth bracelets, I don't think anybody's trying to snag and run off with your cloth bracelet. And then if you just start going, well, I can't undo the knot, man, it's just tied on, I don't think anybody's gonna be like, all right, fine. But yeah, Mandy has a tube bracelet she's had on for at least a couple years now. It was one of those, let's see how long it lasts for you. And then I think we may have forgotten like when we actually put it on her, because yeah. Oh. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5.5 more spaces here to get this road done. I can do that tonight. I have faith. I don't have faith. Yeah, Minute Craft. I've noticed there hasn't been as many posts and stuff over there on Instagram. I do watch out for yours. Actually, I think Instagram actually like throws your stuff up at the top whenever you post anyway, so I don't know the rhyme or reason for it. Oh, I did try to send some pictures of various things I made to DMC here. We're gonna see if we can't get DMC to notice my work and possibly create a sponsorship type situation here, because realistically I go through way more string than your typical, you know, square knot, or not square knot, cross stitch or regular embroidery people do. Like I'm convinced of it. I go well, my big project was 877 skeins. I doubt anybody else uses 877 skeins on one project. Doesn't seem possible. So yeah, kind of want to see if that could turn into something cool. And that was a nice suggestion that came from Rainbow. So if this works out, then I owe Rainbow something awesome, I guess. Because yeah, mind you, if I actually get it, I'm gonna have to like recalibrate everything, because like this is 288 strings to make an 18-inch work. Honestly, it'd probably be closer to 300 or more of DMC to get to the same amount of space coverage. So yeah. Geography. I hadn't thought about the geography aspect. I thought it was just because like everything you put up I've liked, and they're just like, well, he must really like her stuff, so whatever, we'll just put that out there first. Buy you a beer. All right. Oh wait, I have to go all the way over there to buy you the beer, right? That's a long. It's the Yeah, I would like to see them do a bag project. Honestly, that was one of the pictures that we sent in was a picture of a bag. So yeah, the other one was one of the pillow shots. So we'll see. Well, kind of this
Say
whole
great.
thing,
So you
that
can
whole
do a
thing,
Raid Shadow Legends bag.
the whole thing started because I saw a post from DMC on Instagram where they were showing just this beautiful wall full of string, and they're like, "What would you make if you had access to this?" And I'm like, "A bag, a wall hanging, pillows, kind of like hinting at like you basically if they looked at my Instagram, they would be able to see like all the things that I would make if I had their string." And they actually liked the post, and that was just like, oh, I got my toe in the door. Can I get them to notice a little bit more? Like, come on, take the bait. So yeah, sent a few pictures to the website. So I'm not sure if the website and the Instagram account are managed by the same people. I'm gonna guess probably not. Otherwise, there might have been a hey, that's recognizable. But yeah, the website said the pictures had to be approved, so we'll see what happens. All right. Yeah, grab hub. Rainbow's sitting quietly at her house, all of a sudden, knock, knock, knock. Got a beer for you. Yeah, if we're going all the way to UK to visit with Rainbow, it's not just going to be a beer. I'm going to get one of those bottle of rum that looks like a skull, and yeah, we're going to get properly, knackered, because yeah, I mean that's a long flight. Make it worthwhile. Beer is okay. Rum will do the trick. Actually, if I get that far, I should just buy scotch, because I'd be over on that side of the world, and scotch would be like closer and fresher. Dead man's fingers, that's the stuff. Yeah, so have you guys heard about the new gym where they're going door to door to ask people to sign up for their the gym services? Yeah, it's called Jehovah's Fitness. I heard that earlier too.
Dad jokes are back.
I know,
They
right?
took a brief hiatus.
I heard that earlier today. I thought that was the greatest. I'm like, man. Mandy's look is because when I actually told her the joke, at first she actually was following along like it was a real thing, and then when I hit the punchline, it was like, oh no, you didn't, not again. So, yeah. I love those kind of jokes.
Said Mandy's expression is the best part of those jokes.
It is, I know, right? That's why we had to invest in the Mandy Cam. It was absolutely necessary. I see this kind of facial expressions like all the time, probably because of the bad jokes, but yeah. So yeah, definitely. I don't remember exactly where we left off the last week when I was working on this. I know I was adding string, but I'm not exactly certain where I was in the whole overall process. But I have to believe that somehow between then and now, so much has been accomplished. This whole week, I kept meaning to get out. I wanted to go out and I wanted to try the new skate park. I wanted to do a bunch of things. And for whatever reason, just every day turned into a, well, I'll just work a little bit more on this. And every day seemed to have had a lot of production. It's just, and even, I don't know, I kind of like began thinking like that, this is just average, but it's really been quite a bit. So yeah, all the strings are on. All I have to do is one more row after this and tie everything off. So basically, to keep the only way that this thing can fray is at the end where all these things are. So that all gets tied off and sewn into the inside of the pillow. So yeah, it's getting really close. I was actually kind of half tempted in doing both of the rows at once, like coming across with 2 rows. But I thought that that would be like slower and I would probably feel like I really wasn't accomplishing anything. So I didn't go for that.
Go for that instant gratification.
I tell jokes for a reaction. Yes, that is pretty much, yes. I tell jokes to get Mandy to react because that's the best part of this whole channel, probably. I mean, other than like learning how to do cool things with strings and being encouraged to do cool big stuff yourself. But other than that, the rest is all, it's all about Mandy.
That's what you're doing. Karaoke bar? You're gonna do some stand-up.
Like, I'm gonna have to change my intro, like where instead of just being akaawol, it'd be like with Mandy, like a big marquee. To get me.
Are you jamming in your ear again this week?
I am. I forget I think the song is called Flagpole Sitter. It's one of those 90s songs that just, I'm not well, but I'm not well. It's one of those 90s songs that I hadn't heard in a really long time. And like, oh man, this is a jam. This is one of those random plays where I give Spotify one song and then hope for the best that it actually brings up something good. So I started with Good by Better Than Ezra. And so far, they've been playing all kinds of great 90s songs, man. Oh, I should know the name of this song. Look it up. Yes, do not get strings in a bunch. Santa Monica by Everclear. So one of the ways that I do actually manage to keep my strings from getting all tangled up when doing these large things is you can see like I'm only working on one small area at a time. And when I get done with that one small area, I'm very careful about the way that I put all those strings off to the side. Like I'll actually kind of make sure that the ends are all stretched out nice and straight and nothing weird going on. And it makes it easier because I've been kind of going back and forth as I've been working on this, and it just really it's the little things that you can do that keeps all your strings from actually ending up in one great big mess of whatever. But mind you, I didn't quite have those kind of luxuries when I was doing the big project. There was like huge swatches of cloth going up and around my desk, and just string was everywhere. But again, each time that I got done with a small portion of it, I was careful about how I set it off to the side. So yeah. No, I haven't got the string yet. That's hopefully that gets here soon. Rainbow has hit me up with a source for another supplier of string that I'm going to try out some. Didn't buy a ton of it because kind of want to just check it out and see how it is and compare it to the stuff I already got. But it's a possibility of having more colors. However, I still have the feeling that if I were to go absolutely as crazy as possible, producing as many bracelets as humanly possible, I don't think I could get through all the string I have in a year's time. The last time when we were trying to organize things and put things away, I found about 5 or 6 different stashes of string throughout the house. So now I have most of it in the airplane trolley, but not quite all of it. So yeah, there is a lot of string around here. Yeah, so not as fluffy sounds definitely cool. I wonder how Mandy's going to enjoy it for the kumis, because the string from Japan definitely turned into being a problem. Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the big problem there would be the shipping. Anything from like US or Canada is pretty darn expensive. Speaking of, I wonder, like the first day I didn't actually check the tracking site. No, I didn't think so. Yeah, I posted something off on February 7th. On February 12th, it landed in the United States, and it's still waiting for delivery. Yeah. That was 130 bracelets I sent to a charity group. So needless to say,
I just checked the 35 set has hit town, so it should be here by Monday. Cool. It's the weekend, so.
Right. Cool.
Well, shoot, how do you plan on getting this thing from me?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hope and pray that the postage works faster. Actually, I probably have you send it to our what's our shipping company thing, hon?
Easy Ship.
Easy Buy. Easy Ship.
Easy Ship. Yeah,
Yeah,
in Portland.
Yeah, easy ship. Yeah, you go from your place to Portland, and then it's almost no time to get to here. Rainbow. Yes. Actually, I've thought about going back and doing something like. Hang on. My buttons have all changed. This one? That. You see on my webpage? That was a monstrosity, crazy thing. And then the colors actually were changing when I started running out of stuff. So like that image on my webpage is something I have thought about going back and messing with something like that. Possibly maybe having a better design at the beginning, because that was a whole lot of just doing whatever felt cool at the time, and it got kind of weird. But that was the original biggest project that I had ever started to tackle, and it never got finished. It's still here, but it's all in DMC floss, and all this rest of the stuff is so much bigger. So if DMC ever did sponsor me, that might be the thing that I take up, like go back to that thing and actually finish it. Yeah, I fear that as well. Like it really bothers me. And where then are the 130 bracelets? I mean, would they send it back to me if they like? I don't know. The whole thing is very upsetting. Yeah, I could do the like. Yeah, doing those dyed the fabrics where it's like what do they call that? Why is my brain suddenly gone blank? Variegated. Doing it where the string is variegated, making it change is pretty cool, but mostly only if you do it like in a single instead of doubled up, because then it's, you know, the color is what it is. When you double it up, you have a chance of it going all kinds of wonky. So yeah, that would be kind of cool if it was like a thinner project. I'm suddenly picturing people like robbing trains like the Wild Wild West and stuff.
Well, it definitely couldn't be in America because our trains derail too much.
Right.
You just safer off waiting for it to crash and just then go rob it.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it's been so long since that got shipped out. Like, and I keep the web page up. Actually, I have on the other side of the easel is the receipt from it, so I have the tracking numbers and all that. And yeah, I have actually like checked on the daily to see whether or not it's gone through, and it's not, which is really bothering.
Getting nicked for stealing a bunch of friendship bracelets.
Can you imagine? Yeah, they bust open this package like, ooh, this feels like it's gonna be something, boys. Open it up, it's a bunch of friendship bracelets. Like, oh. Mind you, there's 130 of them. So I mean, even if they like sold them at $1 a piece, they're still, you know, gonna come out kind of okay.
But the reward to risk ratio.
Right. The crazy part is any of those bracelets, like if suddenly like somebody was on Instagram like, look at these bracelets I got, I would know immediately, like, dude, those came from the 100 Year of Color book that I have, and I know Yep. They're 5-color 10-string bracelets. Like, I know exactly which ones they were. He's trading for cigarettes. Well, if you're out busy robbing trains, I suspect you need friends. So, give them out and try to gain friendship.
Or a new boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna get in prison.
I don't think you do hard time for stealing bracelets.
No, it has to be the amount of declared value, but that's also dependent on your jurisdiction where you are.
Yeah, but you're robbing, like, if it's USPS, isn't that a federal crime?
No, they're privately owned. They used to be government owned.
Are they private now? I know that Trump was trying to turn it into a private thing.
They've been private for years because the government's cheap.
No, it was because the Republicans have been trying to turn it into a private entity for years because there's so much money to be made off of it, and once that becomes a private thing, then they can jack up the rates or whatever, so that way everything from FedEx to UPS and everybody else can all take their rates higher and become way more profitable, because the government having an entity like that was keeping the rates so low that if the UPS and FedEx wanted to compete, they really had to try to shave corners and all that.
The opposite happened there. With the government running the post, it was so underfunded, and they were so far behind they couldn't keep up.
That's because Congress passed a thing that said that they had to fund the pensions for like ridiculous amounts put aside to be able to fund futuristic pensions for like 50 years, and it really put them behind. Other than that, they were completely profitable. They were complete. It was
I'm talking about profitable. I'm talking about service. They just could not keep up.
That happened during Trump's They threw out big pieces of machinery that used to sort the mail.
No, I'm talking before that.
Oh, even before that. Okay, so before that, they were a little bit shitty. But Trump put that one dude in charge who threw out a whole shitload of those machines. Ever since then, man, it's become unbearable.
Before Trump. Yeah, all this happened before Trump.
Yeah, no,
Trump just made it worse for voting.
Trump put a guy in charge who absolutely has been sabotaging the whole U.S. Postal Service to the point that it's a joke.
Well, no, that was just for voting. It was already in the shitter before that.
Right.
He already went private.
Yeah, but why it was going bad before that was Congress passed a whole bunch of different things that was all about sabotaging or basically kneecapping them. They stopped having, you couldn't hire in new people. So like if other people retired, you had to like try to make do with what you already had. You had to fund the pension for 50 years, which made absolutely no sense. Normally the pensions work, as like what people are putting in now pays for the people of now. You don't have to have 50 years in advance. It was stupid.
Well, the same could be said for Social Security.
But yeah. Well, if you watch the Republicans' moves, anywhere there was a pool of money, whether it was the post office or Social Security or other, retirement plans, wherever there was a pool of money, they've gone after it, and they have tried to sabotage it in so many ways. Like, no. Instead of having a nice system like Social Security, why not just have a 401k where you invest money into the stock markets and hope for the best that all those stocks do well, so that way you'll have something to fall back on. And if it doesn't, well, then you can just work till you're older, right? So yeah, no, it's American greed. Wait, I missed something. I've got back up in the comments here. Oh, I'm in top chat. Why am I in top chat?
You default in the top chat.
I know. It always messes me up. I never look to see it. Okay, wait. The friendship bracelets instead of the gold coins. I love that notion. Oh my god. So yeah, I've just saw the clip. Okay, so UPS was throwing things around, but I just saw an Amazon delivery where the dude just absolutely just flung it at the door. Like he had to be a good, 2 meters, maybe 2.5 meters away, and just flung. It was a coffee cup. Like, sure, it's in a box and it probably has some padding and stuff in there, but man, he chucked it at the door and ran. Like, holy crap, man.
I want to say, I take that back. It's not UPS. It was FedEx. FedEx just throws it at the door from the truck.
Right.
UPS will actually get out and place it on your doorstep, ring the doorbell, and sprint to the truck. By the time you enter the door, they're peeling out, going down the street.
Yeah. You see the taillights. That's the last thing. You open your door and you see the taillights go.
All you see is just diesel smoke. They're just gone.
Yep.
Like, who the hell was that? Down. Oh shit! There's a package.
What was the sitcom where the father was a UPS driver? Wore the brown shorts and stuff. Do you remember that?
I don't know about that one.
Kind of a heavier set dude. And it was just a funny American sitcom where he was a driver, and that didn't play a whole lot into the whole thing. But I just remember that's what he did. Like they didn't actually say it was UPS, but like he's wearing the brown outfit with the shorts and shit. So I mean, it's pretty obvious. Time for me to search the Googles to see.
What did I do with
The King of Queens. From 1998 to 2007.
Oh, with Kevin such and such.
Doug Hefferman.
Mall cop.
Delivery man Doug Hefferman. Yep.
Yeah, that was his character name.
Yep. The King of Queens. Yeah. And this is why I struggle to get anything accomplished, because my stupid ADHD brain goes, oh yeah, remember that thing from back in, long ago that's completely irrelevant, won't make any difference? Yeah, I got to know what that is. Like, every day, man.
Oh, it's on the other drive.
Yeah, King of Queens, that was a great sitcom. They were hilarious.
There it is.
Like, I kind of miss like some of the old sitcoms like that. Like, Damon Williams had one where him and his kids and stuff were always getting into various whatevers. Too expensive, I guess, to do those when you can do reality TV these days, which seems to be getting weirder all the time.
I'll say, is reality TV shows even still on?
Yeah, like they don't really do sitcoms anymore, right? Like now you got TLC doing like MILF's Manor and all these other. Like I watch the reaction channels on YouTube, so I like sort of keep up with some of the things that are going on over there. But man, some of the stuff just seems weird. Oh, so anybody else who's watching this, either now or in the future, who has like patterns and stuff that they plan on working on, you can toss that over there into my Discord, and I can help you to make them all nice and cool and centered and fun. And yeah, because I'm going to be, after this, I'm going to produce a bunch of videos. So yeah, if you want to have something you want to work on as part of the content, then yeah, I can help you with that. And I'm immediately thinking, wait, Minutecraft doesn't necessarily do all the plans from beginning to end. So I could totally do it, except I need to know like how many knots are there from your normal beginning to end on the size bracelet that you're doing. So that way I can adjust my graph paper accordingly. But I could do that. I'm going to mix like different patterns together. That's part of my plan, is to do some more of those. I got a feeling I can produce more than one video a week. So I'm not sure what's going to end like making the bracelets, if that's just going to be on the Saturday live streams, or exactly how this is going to all come together, but there's a whole lot of things to work out. 2,000, wow. That's ambitious. I have somewhere, I forget what app I was using. I have probably 150 bracelets I had some kind of interest in, even if it was like maybe just a small segment of the whole thing. What was that, Phil?
What?
Something just made a crazy sound. It came from over there. Like, sounded like you ripped your pants or something.
Oh, I said probably Bad Springs.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so yeah, if you have some of those on your to-do list that you want to like mess with or try something with, because yeah, I'm down with trying to do some patterns for the website and for the YouTubes. I don't know what the song is that I have on. All I can tell you is in the video, a little girl has a bee costume and she likes to dance.
I would say the best music video I've seen, like involving a little girl, was a Skrillex video. I can't remember the name of it, and it was actually an alien creature posing as a little girl, and it was hunting down pedophiles.
Nice. This is a music video?
Yes. And this little girl was like going by like different schools and luring like these weirdo pedophiles in trench coats down the street away from the school into like underneath into like some abandoned underground place, and they would go down to the corner, and then all of a sudden she just starts using extraterrestrial abilities to start destroying these guys and just just ruining his life, just beating him up.
That's way intense, but let's not go into too many. Let's not go into too many details before my YouTube stream gets a terms of service whatever. Because yeah, despite the wonderful benefits of taking care of taking out the bad guys, most of the people who watch like To Catch a Predator like barely use a lot of the words because Google like now has learned how to read the YouTube video sounds or whatever, and like they see a word in there they don't like, bam, you're flagged. So yeah, this is.
Yeah, but their AI sucks.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's so
they need
the semicolon I have in my tattoo. I can't even talk about what that symbolizes because that one word that begins with a S is one of those forbidden topics over here on YouTube. So like, yeah, as much as I'm an advocate in standing up for people who have cases of depression that lead them down a dark road, it's like this weird, stupid slope of what you can and cannot talk about. And yeah, yeah.
Get creative and use other ways to say it.
Right, amen. But yeah, so yeah, strong believer that people should not listen to the stigmas about getting help. And definitely, if you have states of depression that cause you to want to do self-harmish kind of things, please get help. Those feelings are temporary. With help, you can get past it. You can move on, and you can have a great life. I know from my own personal experiences that I am fortunate to be here today, and that I'm glad that all the things I did not lead me down a path that I almost went down. So yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's really so much censorship. It's just their terms of service is the way they'll put it. Like if you get it that strike, they'll say you violated the terms. That's what happened to that Paul Logan. He went off and did some stuff that was understandably well outside of the terms of service. But I mean, he was a YouTuber on the top of his game with millions and millions of subs, and then suddenly, nope. Not anymore. So that's why he ended up having to develop a new career, went into boxing, went into a bunch of other stuff. But
he's in WWE now.
Is he? That doesn't shock me at all. That does not shock me at all. Yeah, he was a pretty popular YouTuber. And then it just took one video in Japan.
I would say I view him just like PewDiePie. They just do stuff for shock value and get views and go viral.
Sure. But he took one shock video just a little too far and got completely canceled, and like that was the end of that. Like that was PewDiePie is a lot less of that, like especially now. Now he's all matured and becoming a father and living in Tokyo and chill. But yeah, I mean, before it was a lot of this gameplays and stuff. Yeah. Like Markiplier's still doing a lot of the horror games and stuff that made him popular. Logan, he went to a forest knowing fully well that that forest was a place where sad people went, and he filmed going into it. That was what it was. It took him down. It was one video going into a place that was like infamously known to be, you know, sad bachelor, whatever. And yeah, and he
Sad
found
boy life.
he found I was gonna say a sad boy hangout, but that seemed a little too literal.
Art comedy. We're here all night, folks.
Oh man. Oh, do try the veal. Yeah, so yeah, that was what. All right, Isabella, have a safe one. Thanks for hanging out for as long as you did. This is... I didn't realize it was already after 11. Holy moly. Time is flying over here.
Because of the time change, now we're off an hour.
Oh.
I am.
Yeah, are we really though? Hit this button. Remind people. And this one. There we go. Always get confused which of the keys actually hit this. So yeah, Patreon. If you want to try to help support the channel financially to help me to keep producing this kind of stuff and possibly like boost up the how quickly I like post things, that would be a great way of doing it. Yeah, well, if you guys are here for the patron after live stream hangout, I will be enjoying pizza, so I have no worries. You guys can talk all the food you want. I have Little Caesars over here. I am a happy camper. I already ate probably half a pizza all by myself for dinner, so I'm not even starving.
I started to do pizza last night, and I went against it and got Sonic instead. Tater tots, chili cheese fries.
Oh, to be young and be able to throw all caution to the wind and double down on them carbs. My
you can't get fat any other way.
Yeah. Somehow I'm still getting fat. Hey, there you go. Yeah, Little Caesars here is absolutely so much better than Little Caesars in the US. Like, they have seriously like gone out to make their name good. We just had one.
Shit, I wish they would take that initiative in the US. That'd be awesome.
I know, right? It is seriously like they're the pizzas are damn near photogenic. Like you would want these pizzas to be a part of your ad. You know, like how when you see them on TV and you're like, damn, that looks good. And then you go down to the place and you get in and you're like, that ain't what I saw. Yeah, it's actually, it looks like it. Every pizza we're getting looks like, wow, that could be part of a TV commercial right there. Hell yeah.
I say, you know what the sad part is? Their corporate headquarters is in this country. Worst possible service you can get from them.
Yep.
This country.
Yep. But I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Somehow everything in America comes down to like trying to save pennies here and try to cut corners there. to where it just kind of ruins everything. Pizza Hut, you name it, they're all the same sort of nickel and diming until it just loses the quality. But for some odd reason over here, because there's so much food to have to compete with, if you want to compete, you got to bring your A game, or you're just never going to make it. Like Taco Bell couldn't make it here. And Taco Bell is like everywhere in the U.S. They can't make it here. Even with their A game, they couldn't make it here. There's just too much other stuff.
Well, they'll make it. They'll make it, but they have to be absolutely nothing that they do in America.
Right. So yeah. Now we had, apparently there was Taco Bell here. When was that? The 2000s? The nuts? Yeah. Back in the 2000s. But yeah. By the time I got here, they were gone. That's the only food I can say that I can complain that I haven't had in 12 years that I miss is Taco Bell. Because now I got real pizza. And that's, yeah, I like good pizza.
Shoot, I haven't eaten Taco Bell in decades on purpose.
So yeah, yesterday I got halfway through this row, and now today it looks like I'm going to have this row finished. Even if I don't, if I quit now, I still have come a long ways in 2 days. So yeah, pretty incredible.
I said, shoot, not last stream, but the stream before last,
yeah.
You had knocked out a couple of those rows without even realizing it.
Yeah. Yeah, if I can get distracted enough and just kind of go with it, I am pretty quick. It's just a matter of keeping me from like researching, TV sitcoms.
Well, the sad part is that was even half the stream that it took you to do it because you had did a bracelet before that.
Right.
Just trucking along there.
Yeah, I was tempted in kind of doing that kind of thing this week, and I just kind of every day came and I was just like, nah, I'll just work on the bigger project. I don't feel like pulling up the graph paper and trying to do all that, because actually creating videos takes a lot out of me. Like there's so many creative things I'm trying to put in there and trying to show why I went this way versus that way, kind of stuff. Like so much thought goes into it, and that by the time I'm done with them, I'm just like, I'm cooked.
Get a script and stick to it.
What's Karang chicken? Is that Karang?
Karaage.
What is that?
Fried chicken. Japanese fried chicken. You like karaage.
You talking about fried chicken? My brain immediately went to, is that okay? I gotta ask Phil. Is this a thing in the States? Because over here we can get fried chicken skin. Like there's no meat on the damn thing. It's just fried chicken skin. It's a snack to eat while drinking beer. It is so good.
While drinking beer.
Yeah. I mean that's where you typically see it, is like where there'll be beer. But for me, I'll just eat it because it's just a nice crispy, salty sort of snack. It's just deep fried chicken skin. It's got batter on it, maybe.
I would say in America, no, it's not a thing.
Yeah. You should open a shop and sell this, dude. You will make bank.
My grandmother does that when she does these large meals, because that's all she does is large meals. She will she'll do something like some chicken fajitas or something where she doesn't need the skin on the chicken. Have that extra skin instead of tossing it, because who doesn't love chicken skin? She would save it, freeze it for later, and then she will pull it out the freezer, fry it where it's nice and crisp. She would cut it in strips, fry it, so it'll be like bacon but chicken skin.
Yep.
Just having fried chicken skin, and it's awesome.
Yeah, these ones aren't cut in strips, but they're just the fried chicken skins, a little bit of batter on them, little seasoning and
It's the
stuff,
same thing.
and they're yeah. But oh man, oh
So
they're so good.
So good.
And you know that they're just gonna clog an artery. It just can't be good for you.
We're gonna clog our artery in America. There's no way around it. Well, except leaving the country. But
Yeah, when I think of most of the comfort foods in America, they're really not healthy foods. The only comfort food I can think of that was healthy was my mom used to make like a chicken like chicken and vegetables and like a kind of a stew like thing with these big dough like dumplings in it. So yeah, that was probably pretty healthy.
well, that was because your mom made them. You couldn't find that like in a restaurant or in a store.
No, you pretty much have to make that stuff yourself. I need to find a recipe for the dumplings things because most of the places I've ever like seen anybody do it or whatever, not like the way my mom used to do it. So yeah, I want to find that more authentic, old school way.
Yeah, stuff like that. And the chicken skins have to be in a hole in the wall place.
I just
where it's
realized
like-
grab food if for whatever reason YouTube seemed to get a hold of you because my stream is mentioning grab food, yeah, you could sponsor us because around here, between 11:30, well, a little earlier today, but usually, this time of the night till around midnight, we're talking about food, and yeah, you could sponsor my videos, and we could get people to have more food and stuff. So yeah, grab food.
Grab food.
Oh, Food Panda.
You also pay
Or Grab
Hershey
Panda.
pies.
Yeah,
Food Panda.
Food Panda. Food Panda. Yep. Whoever gets here first, sponsor our videos.
To the streams, and it won't cost you anything except for lifetime supply of Hershey pies. That's it.
I saw that coming. Like, I want to have a button on my computer, I push it, and you guys send me a Hershey pie. That's all we need. Just make that happen, and
Yeah, 15% off using code AWOL.
Yeah, if you were streaming on like Twitch and the rewards and stuff, people could send you Hershey's pies.
That'd be dope. Well, they still sort of can, right? There's like a tips thing.
You should change the
The amounts.
what
Well,
it says.
actually, if you're in the city, the cost of a Hershey pie is $4.20. So that's already a thing on the tips. Like for
Yeah,
the tip
you know
amount.
the part that says enjoying my video, buy me a coffee?
Yes.
As a way to say thanks? Yeah, change that to Hershey pie.
I'm laughing at the fact it's $4.20 for a Hershey pie.
Yeah, hang on. Hang on. I'm actually looking to where that is. There it is. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, merch. shop, email, TikTok, and Discord. So I think that tip one is actually, you can tip using this link, blah blah blah. It does not say a coffee.
It's the text that you chose to.
Yeah, the text says you can buy me a coffee.
Wait.
Yeah.
Type in the word tip. I want to see if it responds. Wow. Tip tip.
No, but it's at 11:16. Sorry, 11:16.
Because there's no place for the custom.
There is. We wrote that.
How am I missing this? There's 8-ball, Q. The tip doesn't even say coffee.
Did you see the post at 11:16 by Elements? Scroll
I
up
see
the
the
chat.
merch one. Enjoy my video, buy me a coffee. Wow.
I remember we wrote that. You wrote that.
Oddly enough, that command is not anywhere in here anymore. Like, it's like, how is that possible?
It went AWOL.
Oh wait, I found it. It's in the timer ones. Got it. I got it. It wasn't under chat commands.
That was good.
It's under the timer.
That was a great pun there, Mandy.
Okay, hang on.
No longer get mad at Kevin for making dad jokes.
I learned from the best.
I have no idea if this is going to alter how long it takes for the robot to actually post the thing. But yeah, it's under the timers. That's why. I was looking at chat commands where most everything else is, including secret word game is still a thing here, guys. That's one of the chat commands, because if you guys say the thing in the chat, the bot will let you know that you won. So yeah, and the bot doesn't understand bad spelling, so you do have to actually spell the word correctly, which would absolutely disqualify me from winning anything, because yeah, like I just misspelled Hershey and had to have the spell check thing fix it for me. So yeah,
you need ChatGPT in your bots. Oh shoot! What time is it?
spelling discrimination.
Spellism.
Speaking of the bot, is it 8-ball working? Has anybody tried to see if that guy's okay?
It's not me. No one's using the bots.
I know, right? That seems a little questionable. Sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the 8 balls. That 8 ball's a little appalled. That like, sure, how dare you question my functionality? Like, what do you think I'm doing over here, lady? What?
That's awesome.
And just wait till they get AI in them. They're really gonna get sassy.
I know, right? I'm kind of looking forward to some of that. I'm kind of looking forward to AI being integrated with the Google Hubs, because then you can start asking a little bit more complicated questions or putting timers to things. Like right now, believe it or not, I can't give it a command to tell me to let me know when the washing machine is done. I can ask it how long until the washer is done, and it will check over the internet and it'll tell me, it'll be done in 28 minutes. I can't set a thing like, okay, let me know when it's done in any way, shape, or form. There's no like secret wording to it or anything. It can't do it. I can set a 28-minute timer, but if it actually takes a little longer because it's having trouble getting rid of the suds or whatever the hell that slows it down, it won't adjust or do anything else. So like I'll end up coming out of the room, going to check on it, and it's still about like 5 minutes to go or whatever, which is annoying. So yeah, I just can't wait for the bots to get involved and turn these devices slightly smarter.
The device is smart. It's the G thing that isn't.
Right. We have a very sad 8-ball. Don't go to the forest, 8-ball. Don't go to the forest.
Let's see. Sad bot vibes. Looks like our sad bot needs a friendly Android counterpart. Real quick, what was the dimensions of your fish tank?
You would think I'd know this. Hang on.
Years. I think it was like 180, but I'm not for sure.
190 mm.
190. That's what we're doing.
Bye.
See, now the magic can happen.
I want to say it's 90. Yeah, so it's 9 cm by 190. Almost exactly. I might have to do a little sanding because that's going to be like really tight, but yeah, right there.
It's 190 by
90.
90. Let's see.
One of my earlier ideas for doing small fish tanks was, and this would require like high level printing type things, but that the basic idea is because these small shrimp and the way they move around are relatively entertaining on their own, creating something like the circus vibe, where you have like an area down in the middle for performances and the guy holding a hoop and various things, and like depending on like the whole layout, it could
100% be done.
Yeah, I think it would be really cool. Especially when you dump the food in and the shrimp kind of gather around and stuff. They'll all go to the main floor area. It'd be hilarious.
So you abuse your shrimp for entertainment, just like SeaWorld?
Kinda. Well, so here there are times where like I just get a little too overwhelmed with thoughts or whatever, and the fish tank is kind of a relaxing thing for me. So I'll stop and I'll just watch the shrimp for a little while. And I don't know what the science is behind it, but something about that whole experience is very, very calming. So yeah, that's why I want to decorate. My tank right now is not looking great. It's just got like 2, 4, 6, like 8 stones in there. And, you know, the stones got a little bit of algae and stuff on them, so that's kind of cool. And they were from, like, various trips that Mandy and I went on, so, you know, that's kind of, like, some of the stones have sentimental value or whatever. But, yeah. I think it could look a whole lot cooler.
Oh, and you still didn't.
Oh, and like, if you're doing that thing in tan...
Color?
If you're doing it in tan, so that way, like, it's got the combination of the algae for green grasses and tan to look like there's, like, dirt paths, I think that's just going to look amazing. Like, that's the color, like an earth tone. Whatever brown, tan you've got. If you want to make the elements going into it, like, brown and tan, so it starts to get all marbly or fucked up, like, that could be cool, too, because... eventually the tops will all go green-ish. So like there might be ways of like making it look like there's a trail or something, like I don't know. Yeah.
Say, Rainbow, you're forgetting. But will always be evil, no matter the programming.
If I'll else resort back to the video posted on Discord, Linux wins.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no other reason to use Linux unless you're a supervillain.
Actually, I need to find out if the software running the Mandy Cam is available on Linux, because I am increasingly convinced this computer is going to be a Linux machine before long. Like, it just keeps doing weird things just to irritate me.
Well, it figured you liked being irritated.
Like, I told you, right? Every once in a while I have to bring up Task Manager just to be able to, like, access any of the Windows bar thing that'll pop up where all the apps are, or any of the pinned apps that are down on the bar. Like, literally won't work until I bring up Task Manager, and then suddenly it's like, oh yeah, right, we're good. Yeah, just little things like that.
-50. We might be able to get away with a bit more. Oh shit, too far. Ooh. Interesting. 15. All right. Magic is happening.
Woohoo!
So you want tan. Got see if I got some tan left around. If not, we're gonna go buy some.
Cool.
Actually, where the hell is my other printer? I need to hook that one back up. I'm not changing my settings on my ABS printer. If you've ever done any amount of 3D printing, you know once you get it set up to where it's functioning properly, you do not touch it.
That sounds like a few computers I've owned. Like, ooh, don't breathe at it. It's rendering.
Yeah.
Oh man! Before I discovered how to render online, oh my god, rendering was like the most horrific thing. I can't check Facebook. I can't check anything. The computer's rendering. Don't breathe at it. It's if it fails, because it could take hours, literally just hours to produce one video. And I wasn't even like doing 4K kind of renders or anything. I was just doing like regular standard high def stuff. Like it still took hours to produce. Now I do it in the cloud. I let somebody else's computer do the work. While it's rendering, I'm doing all the thumbnails. I'm like having a whole jolly time here. Go back and check in my social medias and see how that's all going. Like it's so much better.
My problem is I gotta start doing thumbnails, and I'm too lazy to do thumbnails.
I've been coming up with some silly ones. I've been trying to find out what works. Like some of my thumbnails that kind of look like something Markiplier would do, but obviously his channel works, so I don't know.
Is he even still doing stuff? Okay, this might be a little too mountainous, but we're gonna send it anyway. You're gonna love it. Let's see. Put this down. There we go. That's gonna be a lot of material.
It's unfortunate that I can't like really move the camera. Well, maybe I can. Let's see. This is not like the best angle to see like what's happening down here, but maybe I can fix that a little bit more. Seems there's a little bit of slack.
Hey, just keep it under Google's terms of services before you show what's down there.
Hey. Not going that direction.
Say this is a family channel. It's also not just knots.
That's all right.
We're about food here.
That's where I need one of those wood burners to put like not just nuts and various things on here. Like that could be and Grab or Food Panda. We could have your logo right here, reminding people that that if they're hungry, listening to this channel, they could have food delivered to their home. So the space is available. But you got to act quick because it's a first come first serve. Like whoever gets printed on there, that's it. So.
Yeah, it's not that kind of stream, but the after stream party could be that kind of party.
No,
and it can be catered by
no. We are well behaved people, even in the after party.
No, but the after party needs catering.
Well, the after party does get a little off the rails. I will give it that much.
That looks interesting.
Although last week for the Patreon only hangout, we ended up watching a lovely BBC thing about animals and how smart they are and commingling and stuff. That was pretty nice. Talk about chill vibe.
You were able to get the BBC there.
Yeah, kind of. Well, so Discord has a thing where you can actually share YouTube, so everybody can watch the same video at once and like comment on it and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty cute.
No, because Rainbow was telling me about with BBC, their iPlayer, they're starting to get to the point where
so yeah, this was
license to watch
somebody scraped a video and put it up on YouTube without, I'm sure, the BBC's permissions, because we watched the whole video, no commercials, no nothing, no iPlayers, no whatever. Yep. It was completely a bootleg. Do I feel bad that the original content provider didn't get credits? No. It was a nice video, and if it wasn't out there free to use, I would never have watched it anyway, so yeah. The other day I was in Discord just during the day making stuff, and spent, I don't know, a couple hours hanging out with John and showing him like Singapore via the videos and stuff I could think of for like local attractions and stuff. So that was kind of neat.
You want me to leave this at 190 by 90, or do you want me to bring it in 1 millimeter?
Okay.
But I'm afraid if I bring it in 1 millimeter, then
it might not. Oh yeah, you know what? No, do it straight up to those things and let it. If push comes to shove, I'm very good at sanding, but that way it will for sure anchor in, to the sidewalls. Like when I slide it in, it's gonna.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's better to have too much than not enough. You can just sand it in just to make it fit just enough to be snug.
Yep.
Yeah, I finally got off my butt cheeks here. A couple days ago, I got my blender set back up for 3D printing. And just to find out it's completely different now because Steam has been updating my blender since the last time I used it. So I was like, oh, this is fun. I have to relearn how to use Blender, but just got done modeling it during the stream.
Nice.
And it looks good, man. I'm happy with it. kick it over to the slicer. Then I gotta see if I got some tan left because I have a wood that's actually tan. Um, see if I have enough wood left. If not, I'll order some more. Actually, see if I can get some in ABS. Because I don't know how hot it is there, but
In
PLA plastics.
always 80s. It is either our coldest temperature, it drops down to roughly 80 degrees, and our hottest temperatures is like 89 and change. Sometimes if we're having extreme weather, we might get 91, 92, but it's almost always in the 80s.
That in Celsius?
No, that's what I'm talking about. In Celsius, in Fahrenheit. In Celsius, the highest is we get our days get to 33, and our low is 25, 24.
Nice. Oh shoot, PLA would be fine. I'll just go do some tan. Yeah, because everything about 3D printing is metric, so the Americans.
No, it doesn't. We're not extraordinarily hot, and then like right now in here in the office, it's 27 degrees.
Nice.
And then inside of water, obviously, the water doesn't hold the energy as well, so it's actually colder still.
Let me see if I share this on Discord.
Yeah, I heard that. 50 degrees, like that's crazy.
Yeah, but that's the feels like, not the actual.
Oh, right, because of the humidity. Okay.
Blender. Well, sounds like Rainbow needs a smoothie.
.21 is considered the perfect temp. Like that is in America. Like that's it right there. 21 is the perfect.
Depending on where you are, though.
Well, 72 degrees. It's 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Like that is like the furnace companies talk about being able to keep your home at 72. You know, whether it's keeping it colder in the summer or warmer in the winter. 72 is like considered that like perfect day kind of thing.
Not in Vegas.
Well, because you guys
home at 72, you're freezing balls.
I was gonna say you're chattering pretty hardcore. Yeah. 21 I'm probably chattering. So yeah. I've been way too spoiled by the warmer temperatures. I think we set the air conditioner in our room at night for 25.
24.
Sure.
And I say, actually, maybe it's actually a thing. This could happen. Because we at Rainbow, we were talking about it. They have a 3D printer for everything. You can literally print food.
Yeah, I've seen some 3D food printing things. It just seems weird. All right.
Well, they're 3D printing houses, boats, food.
There was a rocket recently. This 3D printed didn't work. Didn't get up to the altitude it was supposed to, or whatever. But it was the rocket was 3D printed. It really comes down to. Cause I got one hand in my pocket and no one still up.
Hey, no doing that during stream.
Yeah, I know. Who is this? Alanis Morissette? Yes. I don't know what year this is from, but man. One hand in my pocket and the other one big enough.
I said it's a 2-hand stream, sir.
Yeah. I don't think Alanis Morissette was thinking anything crazy with her hand in her pocket. Wonder whatever happened to her. Haven't heard anything from her in a long, long time. Ooh.
Oh, STL. AWOL tank. Oh, it came out AOL tank.
So this is kind of crazy. We are at the last little thing on the side already. Yay! So if I finish this whole row in 2 days, there's a possibility I could have this whole thing completed in just a couple more days. Not that I'm going to try to push myself that hard or hold myself to that kind of level of stress, but yeah, we're almost there.
That didn't go how I planned.
Likely story, every message and call you back. Hey! Check it. Yeah, that's it right there, baby. Heck yeah. All right. On that note, we have finished this row. I am set to have a couple slices of pizza and get ready for the after party over on Discord.
Now you need BK to sponsor you.
BK, yes. You're right here on the board. Room for you too, big guy. We can work something out. So yeah. Again, I want to remind everybody we are gone next week. We'll be back the week after that, which I have no idea dates. So we're gone on the 15th. We'll be back on the 22nd. So yeah, look forward to see you guys there. Good night. Anybody wants to come join us, we'll be over on Discord. All right. So yeah, I wish you guys all the best, and I will see you the 22nd. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.